Hi, just another quick video for you to practice at home. We're going to start standing, so you just need a mat and obviously water on standby, and that's all really. So here we go. So you're going to start. Place your feet underneath your hips, and I want you to just make a connection through your lower abdominals. Nothing too heavy, just pulling in lightly so you know something's going on there. And then I want you to start doing a few little pelvic tilts. So you're just going to tuck your tailbone in and sort of flatten your lower back, and then just lightly back to your neutral position. Try not to overextend that lower back there. So you just want to gently tuck the tailbone in and then back to your neutral position. So you're just getting a little bit of movement there through your lower back and pelvis area. So if I turn sideways on, I've got quite a big curve in my back, so all I want you to do is just tuck underneath, just lengthening this lower spine area, and then you're back to your neutral position, just lengthening out through the crown of the head. So it's a little tuck under, and then back to your neutral position. So imagine your pelvis is like a bucket of water, full up, and you don't want to spill any front or back. You want to keep that water in the centre there. So this will just bring you to a nice neutral position. So if you think about that now, face forward. If you think about that now and just bring yourself so your pelvis is in a nice neutral position, so you're not extending the back and you're not kind of all tucked in. Keep lengthening your spine and think about that. A micro bend on the knees, make sure your knees are not locked out fully. And then again, just keep that connection navel to spine, and we're going to start to circle the arms. So nice in breath, and then exhale as you relax your arms down. So for this video, I've kept the music off so you can put on something of your own choice. Up and around. Now just with one arm, I want you to just circle back. Keep that connection through the abs and just circle the arm back and just follow your hand with your gaze. So you start to get a little bit of spine movement, but not too much through the pelvis. There'll be a little bit, but not too much. And then the other side. Bring the arm up, back and around. Inhale and then exhale as you twist back. Inhale and then exhale, and now roll your shoulders round. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, just relax your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up and back and down. Twice more, coming up, and one last time, and then just relax your arms. I want you to just lift one arm up now, and again keep a connection. We're going to lift up and over and just drop this other hand down your side. Don't bend too far, and then come back to the centre and relax. Now the other side. So I want you to think more lifting up, and then a slight sliding of the hand down this leg, and then back to the centre. And again, so lift up, reach up and over. And again, you're just moving as far as you're comfortable, trying to maintain this nice stable pelvis so we're not kind of pushing the hips out and collapsing. We want to lift up and then reach up and over, so you're still lengthening the spine, not compressing that vertebra too much. So up, and you want to stretch down the side body. That's it. And one last time. Lift and up and over. And down. And relax. Okay, now you're going to lift both arms up, and your hands are going to go lightly behind your head, and then I want you to shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and then drop the shoulders down. Squeeze your elbows gently back, and then pull up and out through the hands and out through the crown of the head as you just relax your arms down by your side. Okay, let's do it with the breath now. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, float your arms up lightly behind the head. Hands are lightly here. Inhale, shrug the shoulders. Exhale, drop the shoulders down. Inhale, squeeze the elbows back, but watch you don't push the head forward here. And then exhale as you pull up with the hands and out through the crown of the head, just creating that nice sort of lengthening sensation. One last time. You can do more of these if you find it is really helping any neck, back, shoulder issues. Do a few more. I'm just keeping it short and sweet for the video so we can get a bit more in. And down and relax. Lovely, well done. Right, okay, so moving back to the lower half of the body, I want you to lift one heel off the floor and fan out your toes, and then you're going to gently roll through from the ball of the foot through to the heel onto the other side. Now again, just bring your awareness back to your pelvis and make sure that you're not kind of pushing the hips out. We're not doing a Betty Boop. We are just rolling through, just focusing on that stability. And just thinking about how it feels underneath the feet, okay? So how does that feel from one side to the other when you're rolling through? Okay, lovely. And then you just want you to relax the feet down now. Again, just make sure if they've come a bit closer, feet more underneath your hips. Go back to this nice level pelvis, bucket of water, if that helps you visualize. And you're going to just lift into a balanced posture now, so just lifting one foot off the floor, doesn't matter which, and I want you to start stirring from the hip. So whoops, so you're going to move around in a circle, that's it, and just feel yourself having a little wobble underneath on that supporting leg, which is all good for posture and balance and strength. And then take your circles the other way. Again, just focusing on that neutral pelvis, and just breathe normally here. The circles are so small because we're focusing on the pelvis staying stable. So just breathe normally. And relax, and I would like you to do the other side. So again, navel to spine, just make sure you're stabilizing, and then start moving your thigh bone. Just moving from the hip. Everything else is lovely and still. Shoulders are down, change direction, lots to think about. You've really got to concentrate when you're doing these Pilates moves. And then I'd like you to relax your foot down onto the floor. Well done. Okay, so just bringing your awareness to your feet, make sure they're nice and even, because we're going to do a few chair squats now. So for your chair squat, I'd like you to take a bow from your hips. So just fold forward from the hip here to start with, and then you're going to bend the knees and sink the hips back. Keep drawing the navel to the spine so you're not arching the back, and your knees should line up with your second and third toe, and then I'd like you to drive through the feet and press all the way up. Okay, sideways up. Okay, so we're folding from the hip, tummy is in, make sure your back's not really arched, okay, here you need to keep the abs in so that tailbone stays in. So you're going to bend and then bend the knees and sit back. Just float your arms forward for balance, but watch your shoulders not coming right up by your ears. So bow, bend, and make it one smooth, continuous move. Sink down and press up. Down and up. And come back this way, down and up, and one last time. And again, do more if you want to. If you want to do more, you can stay there and do a few more. Just pause the video. Okay, but moving on from here, we're going to do some roll downs. So you can stand more towards the end of your mat. I'm just trying to stay within the camera distance here. So for your roll down, again, make sure your knees are just slightly softened. Your abs are drawing inwards all the time, and reach your arms up. Nice breath in here. And as you roll down, I want you to exhale. You're going to drop your chin on your chest. Just let your arms hang. Relax your head. Knees are soft to start with, okay? Just take your time and just go to where you can. Then breathe in, just relaxing. And then as you exhale, you're going to slowly stack your spine one vertebra at a time. And bring your head up. Very last thing, and then we repeat that again. So inhale, lift up, exhale, roll it down. So just your arms are hanging, your head is relaxed, but your abs are not. Make sure you've got a light pull going on there. If you can straighten the legs if you want to, then that's entirely up to you, straighten the legs. But if you find it better for you to bend your knees, keep them bent. That's no big deal. Just take your time. You want to keep your movements nice and safe. And one last time, roll it down. Scoop the belly in. Breathe in at the bottom. And breathe out, slowly roll through the spine. And all the way up. Right, your next one, we're going to walk out onto the hands and knees. So I'm going to move back slightly. I might go out of video a little bit here, but we are going to walk out to the hands and knees. So I'll do my best to stay within your side. So you're going to roll down just as you did before, But when you get down as far as you can this time, bend your knees and walk out just nice and slowly onto your hands and knees. So hands under shoulders, knees under the hips, and again feel free if you want to do a few cat stretches here just to get yourself into a nice neutral position, that's fine, but again I'm just trying to keep the video short here. That was on the previous video. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and I want you to draw the shoulders away from the ears and draw the abs towards your back so that you create this nice stable position here. And then when you're ready, I want you to just come onto the ball of the right foot and just lift the knee slightly. And just breathe in and out. Keep a nice long spine, and then take the knee down and uncurl the toes, and then the other side. So onto the ball of the foot, hover the knee just a little bit off the floor, and just be aware that you are looking towards the top of your mat and you're not looking at your knees all the time, okay? And again, so hover the right knee off the floor, curling the toes underneath you, take the knee down, and then the other side, just lift the knee slightly, just try and keep your hips as level as you can. It's best to do this in front of a mirror where you can. So now we're going to come onto the balls of both feet, and I want you to hover both knees off the floor and just breathe in and out. Now to keep your back nice and still, so it's not rounding up, okay, and it's not dipping down, you are in that nice stable position, and lower the knees down. And again. So you can see when I relax my abs, my back is just sinking. We need to have the abs supporting our back, all right? So abs in, shoulders down, and hover the knees. And just breathe in and out. Lengthening through the spine all the way through, and lower down. And one last time, just hovering the knees. So just 2 or 3 of these. And down, and relax. Sit back in child's pose, stretch, take the pressure off your hands, reach your arms forward, and just breathe. Okay, and then we're ready for the next bit where you're just going to come up onto the hands and knees again. And then you come out onto the ball of the right foot. So really hook, I don't know if you can see this, you're going to really hook the toes underneath, so you're on the actual ball of the foot, not on the toes. So I want you to straighten the leg and push the heel back, but keep your shoulders over your wrists. Just feeling that stretch in your lower leg, underneath the foot, into the heel, and then we're going to change sides. And again, just don't relax those tummy muscles, keep them in, so your back's not sinking down, okay? Abs in, shoulders down, and just push the heel back and just breathe. Just stretching, just preparing for the next one, and then bring the knee in. So now you're going to walk out onto the balls of both feet. So you're in this plank position. So remember, abs in. Notice my back's not sinking here, and I'm not lifting up like a downward dog position either. I'm going to hold a nice strong ab and squeeze through the glutes, and then bring the knees back in. So we're going to walk that out in. I just held that just to show you. So you're going to go out, out, hold your back nice and steady. Just breathe in and out a couple of times, and then walk the knees back in underneath you. And then change leading leg. So now walk out left and right. Out, hold your position so it's strong, strong in the abs, squeeze the glutes, and then bring the knees back in underneath you. Let's just do that a couple more times. So one more either side. Walking out, out. Breathe in and out. And bring the knees in and in. And one last time. Just walking out, out. Breathe. And bring the knees back in. And then sit back and take the pressure off your hands. And just move your wrists around. Just movement, get some movement in there, helps recovery. Okay, lovely. And then just to finish for this video, because again I'm trying to keep them shortish, yeah, just to finish here, just a little bit of stretching. So you can either cross-legged or out, up to you. I want you to lift one arm up, and again you're just taking that side reach. Keep your seat bones on the floor. And then just look underneath your arm, and then switch. So lift your arm up, and then we're lifting up and out. We're not trying to collapse the ribs here or anything. And then just relax. Do a few shoulder rolls. I'd like to say very well done to you for joining in, and look forward to the next one. Thank you very much. Well done.